What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Paladins. Now today we are on the test servers, and there's a reason for that. We are going to be playing as the newest champion to drop, or in testing, Willo. Now she is a fairy pretty much, and this is what you're going to pick when you are starting as Willo. Now if I show you here, we are actually on selecting champion. If I just quickly go like this, and I go back to change champion, Willo, damage class, here is her legendary card. So we've got Scorn, which is increase the damage of each seedling by 350. I'll show you what the seedlings are. This is targets hit by your attacks take 50 additional damage from you, stacking up to 5 times. We've also got dead zone damage. It shields for 50% of their maximum health over 1 second. So this is used if your enemies are like front lines like Ruckus, or they are Makoa, or anyone really using a shield. Torval is extremely hampered by this. This will be really powerful on Torval. So these are the two that we're going to be pretty much focusing on this episode, because none of the guys in the test arena have shields. So targets hit by your attacks take 50 additional damage from you, stacking up to 5 times. That's what we're going to pick first. Now this is her basic fairy loadout. This is a basic card loadout. And we've got Flutter 3, reduce scored on a Flutter by 1.5 seconds. We've got Hijinx 3 is a very weird thing to say, but there we go. Heal for 150 health when activating Flutter. We've also got Germination 2, generate 2 ammo when activating Seedling. We've got Flora 2, gain 100 health. And Fauna 2, gain 16% movement speed when out of combat. So if we do them and a quick them, we can see this is Evie. Now that was her movement ability, and that's what makes her move really fast. Now these are her seed bombs. And as you can see, they are very powerful when using the right hand. So we've got her little flower thing, which is her main kind of attack streak. This is her wand. As you can see, I've been practicing a bit with Evie and what's the Willow and loads of the classes really, especially Cassie's practicing her raids. But anyway, this is all about Willow. So yeah, this is her initial attack. Now it is like a little fairy wand, and this is not the best place to show it off. If we go over to a different training arena down this way, where there is loads of people in one big thing, we can show off her initial attack, her wand, and see what it does. So there is 3 targets, as you can see in the back row there. There are a sky, a sky, a sky. So 3 skies. If we shoot this guy in the middle, as you can see, it is a splash damage weapon, which is really good because it does mean that it can attack a lot of enemies in one place, if that makes sense. So you don't have to attack just one person. This, if you're definitely going for the command point and the center point, and you're trying to capture the payload, this is a very useful weapon for crowd control, because if they're all crowded in the middle, and if you take that specifically that ability that damages shields, and you have, for instance, a Torval in there, or even a Ruckus in there making a shield around everyone else, you can damage them all by using your initial attack, which is very powerful because it does mean that you can damage all of them and, you know, make a big effect on the game in one go, which is very useful. So that is her initial fairy wand. Now, as you can see, if you attack a normal player, it does 600 or 500 to 650 damage, as you can see, and it does go up because we've got that ability. It goes up every time, stacked up to 5 times. So, for instance, if we shoot this guy once, 500. We do it again, 550. That one went to 222. Do it again, 600, 223. We do it again, 650. And then that one even went up. I didn't even see how much it went up to. But as you can see, because of that legendary card we took, it did stack, which is very powerful. So as you can see, this wand that she has is very good for crowd control. And if you pick that legendary card, it's very good for stacking the damage it does. But you do have to be careful, because if you use it where you are, it does hurt you. As you can see, it does 100 damage every time you hit yourself, which is not a problem, but it is just something to take aware of. If you are in the center, you need to be careful with using this yourself. However, it doesn't affect you at a good range away. I mean, as you can see, we're pretty close here to these skies, and shooting doesn't affect us. We get a bit closer, as you can see, it does start to affect us, but not quite at the full 100. So there is a decent range at which this thing cannot hurt you. You've got your secondary ability, which is your right mouse button, which what it does, as you can see, it puts this aura around here. Now, anything in this aura cannot get healed. As you can see, the green thing flashing around there, it lasts for a little bit of time. If we take a look at it here, it lasts for 4 seconds. Fire out a toxic spore that prevents all healing in an area for 2 seconds. Enemies affected by the spore that move out of the infested area cannot heal for 2 seconds. So technically, if the things stay in this anti-healing area, they cannot be healed for 4 whole seconds in this area. If they move out of this area, which most heroes will, they'll be clever to do so. If they do move out the area, they still cannot heal for a further 2 seconds, which is really powerful. Now, it does mean that if you have, for instance, a pip, and you are protecting the payload, you're you know, using your weapon to do some crowd control, and you decide to launch one of these spores off, nothing can heal in that area. Now, if you've got a pip, that's very useful, because it does mean you can then hammer down the pip and, you know, very quickly destroy him. Now, we're going to take a look at now our Q ability, which is the Seedling. Now, area damage. Toss a seed that explodes after a 1-second fuse, dealing 500 damage and spawning 4 additional seeds that each explode for 500 damage after 1 second. So if we take a look at this, we're going to change our legendary card. We're going to choose this one, the Scorn, and each increase the damage of each seedling by 350%. So, you know, each seedling does 500 damage. We saw that from there. But if we use this guy and we use our quick movement ability just to get there a bit faster, if we throw this seedling down right there, you'll see what it does. It explodes, dealing 500, and then each of them explode again for even more damage. Now, as you can see, because we've got our ultimate card on, they dealt a bit more than 500 damage, which is very good. So this is really good. Again, if you're attacking the payload, these can be really, really powerful. As you can see, it took out all those guys and even damaged this one in one go, which is extremely powerful. Now, also what these things are useful for is if we take a look out of this training area and we go over to, for instance, this one. In fact, no, a better probably use of it will be this one here. You see this moving pit? This is another training area. See, now this thing is more, say, unusable against a moving target. As you can see, it's a bit more difficult to hit. You just have to aim in front of them. Now, if we used the Seedling, we put that guy in the middle of him. He's going to explode, and no matter where he moves, he will be affected by the seed, which is extremely useful, because then if you throw this into a tight area and you've got, say, an Androxus trying to flank you, or even a Cassie, or a Sky, or a May, if you throw this into a tight area where one of those heroes resides, and no matter what, they're going to get damaged, which is very, very useful. So this hero, if used properly, is extremely useful. Now, if we go back to her other legendary card, which is this one, the Blast Flower one, which gives her more damage, technically, for her initial firepower thing, we can show you out the second one. As you can see, now, this thing does have a decent range. Of course, I'm not the most accurate person with it as of yet. I've only been training for a small amount with her, but if we launch a Seedling in there, there you go. So, what we're going to be looking at now is we're going to be looking at her movement ability, which is F. Now, as we look at K, we can see her movement ability, which is called Flutter. Quickly flutter your wings and propel yourself forwards and upwards. So, if we pressed F, facing this way, for instance, we would flutter forward. We can launch one of these off. We can launch an anti-healing and then just blow the sky to oblivion. Now, of course, if you're strafing at the same time, this hero is extremely hard to hit. So, you can do a lot of damage very quickly if you're strafing. She is, of course, a damage hero, as if I show you here. Damage hero. So she is very powerful in that terms. Now, also what you can do is you can use Flutter, and you can actually fly up with it and then launch these guys off in sort of a Drogo-style launch from the sky aerial attack, which is extremely useful because it does mean that you can attack a large area in one go. If we do Flutter again, as you can see, we can get a good, nice view of the battlefield, assess what you want to shoot, and fire off your splash damage without being in the area, as you can see, and potentially damaging yourself. So she's very, very useful in that terms. And if we throw another seed bomb here, just to finish them off. I love that. So yeah, another thing, her ultimate ability. Now, if we look at this, this is a really, really powerful ability. What it does is Fey Flight, harness the power of Fey and take the sky for 10 seconds. Now, what this thing does is, I only want to use it when I'm ready to do it, because obviously an ultimate takes a long time to charge up. So what it really does is, it boosts you into the sky, okay, and you can fly around for 10 whole seconds, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's 10 seconds, and then you can see the whole battlefield. You have full control of your flight. You can fly wherever you want, do it however you want, and literally see everything, which is extremely useful. So you can do some aerial attacks, you can scout the battlefield, seeing where you want to go, you can direct your team if you're on comms with them. It's a really, really useful ability, so you can literally fly however you want. If we activate it here, we can see what it does, so let's do it. has a little bit of a charge up, and there you go. We can fly however we want, go wherever way we want, do what we want, and look where we want. It's a really, really powerful ability, and it's great also for kind of like almost flanking a target. It's extremely useful in that terms. So yeah, it's a very nice ability. A very nice ability. So this is Willo in her essence. Willo is a damage class, but she's also extremely good at flanking. If you like to be able to be pretty maneuverable really, and like to have a lot of damage everywhere, and like some aerial attacks, and you know, to be able to be where you want, when you want, and attack who you want, she's very powerful. I mean, her Flutter recharges very quickly. I mean, you can see there, we just got in there and, you know, popped one of those seeds off, and they did their good job. So you can see, this recharges in 10 seconds, which isn't a long, really, it's a fairly long recharge. It's not too long. It's really usable for what you would want to do. So, you know, it's a really powerful ability, and you can obviously use it to get in a battle, or even if you wanted to, use it to, you know, get out of a battle. However, obviously, mainly its use is to get in a battle and, you know, attack a target, for instance, with an aerial attack, pop off a seed to stop them from healing, etc., etc. That's its main use, but of course you can still use it to get out of a battle, as of any escape ability, and it's really useful. So this is Willo. She's a damage class with a lot of splash damage, similar to Drogo's splash damage there, and similar to his aerial abilities. Yeah, similar to Drogo's, and she is a damage class that can also be kind of used to flank. So, she's extremely powerful, as you can see. She really is a very powerful class. So, I hope you've enjoyed this quick show-off of Willo. She's a really cool class. I really can't wait for her to drop on the live servers. It'll be great when she does, and I will be able to check her out fully and see what she's like in gameplay. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. We can do more videos of this if you've enjoyed them, and, you know, when new champions come out, we can do videos of them. I think it'll be pretty darn awesome. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. It's been Sam. Like and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification button so you get notified whenever I release a video. Check out my other channel, which is Mr. Patriotic, or Mr. Patriotic P2P's Minecraft and More channel, where I do Minecraft, Creativerse, CSGO, Ballistics, and many other games like Elite Dangerous and Planet Coaster. It's really awesome. So thank you for watching. I will see you next time, and peace out. I hope you've enjoyed this. Comment what you thought of it. Comment if you like Willo, if you're looking forward to her dropping the live servers, and comment what you're going to use that for. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time, and goodbye.